Acquisitions news. INVL Renewable Energy Fund I to acquire 6 solar projects in Romania. Link Group terminates acquisition discussions with Dye & Durham. Bond sell-off risks liquidation of world's most crowded trades. B of A. Glencore to acquire Newmont's 18.75% shareholding in the Mara project. Glencore to acquire Newmont's stake in Mara project. Adobe's Figma acquisition, genius move or $20 billion mistake? Bullish news. Raytheon will build a hypersonic missile for the Air Force. It's a modest win for the stock. Cool comedy, hot cuisine. A tribute to Bob Saget raises more than $1.2 million for Scleroderma Research Foundation. Jensen's Liquors celebrates 4 decades in South Florida. National Moving and Storage Company 1-800-PAC Rat reveals societal shift towards lifestyle-based relocation. Corp Housing Group, Inc. announces 15-year master lease agreement for the Tuscany Hotel in New York City. CP Group announces 46,000 SF in new leasing at One Biscayne Tower in Miami, Florida. Nanovibronics UroShield approved for sale through NHS internal supply chain contract. Opera and 360 agree on share repurchase, subject to 360's shareholder approval. Vulcan Minerals Inc. Atlas Salt completes plan of arrangement. NFL Foundation grassroots program funds install of Shaw Sports turf on Martin Luther King Jr. Field. Why Plug Power stock was short-circuiting this week. Possible bearish signals as Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, Inc. Nasdaq. Regen. Insiders disposed of $16 million worth of stock. Lockheed Martin Corporation. NYSE. LMT. Insiders sold $13 million worth of stock, possibly signaling a downtrend. Elise signs an MOU with Avenira and the Northern Territory government to develop first's LFP manufacturing plant. Universal Health Corporation opens transitional care center to ease strain on nursing homes. Equifax, Experian and TransUnion extend free weekly credit reports in the U.S. through 2023. Think Circa partners with Acts of Kindness initiative for Oakland teachers. KB Home announces the grand opening of Copper Ridge, a new home community in Jacksonville, Florida. KB Home announces the grand opening of Bristol, a new home community situated within the award-winning Tesoro Viejo master plan in Madera, California. KB Home announces the grand opening of Woods Creek Highlands, its latest new home community in Monroe, Washington. Lunner, emerging leader in the temporary housing sector, signs growth funding deal with Decathlon Capital Partners. Theradig announces that Biocinex has filed a voluntary takeover bid for its shares. Staged annexation vote starts in Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine. Credit Suisse shares hit record low on strategy questions. Ineos to develop oil and gas project in Denmark. Possible bearish signals as the Coca-Cola Company, NYSE, Co. Insiders disposed of $15 million worth of stock. Lowe's Companies, Inc. NYSE, Low. Insiders sold $5.7 million worth of stock, possibly signaling a downtrend. Raytheon Technologies Corporation, NYSE, RTX. Insiders sold $2.2 million worth of stock, suggesting impending weakness. Plug 1 megawatt electrolyzer commissioned at world's first floating offshore green hydrogen production site. Goldman slashes S&P 500 target citing higher Fed rates path. Brazil's NTS to invest $2.4 billion to expand gas pipelines, storage. Embraer, ERJ, teams up with LHX to upgrade KC-390 Millennium. Alibaba is pouring $1 billion into cloud computing. The move is critical for its growth. Ford's Blue Oval City breaks ground at megasite in Stanton. Netflix reduces payments for comedy specials in some new deals. Greece's Seoul LNG terminal ramps up imports to replace Russian gas. Sinopec receives airworthiness certificate for China's first large-scale production of biojet fuel. Travel Plus Leisure Company, TNL, landed in Chartwell Investments' top detractor list. Alzheimer's drug trial brings pivotal test of maligned brain plaque theory. Philadelphia Flyers and Wells Fargo Center add Snickers manufacturer as corporate partner. Thriving at 50, Toyota celebrates North American manufacturing milestone. Just 4.4 million Americans have gotten Omicron-targeted boosters so far. U.S. Air Force selects Raytheon Missiles and Defense. Northrop Grumman to deliver first hypersonic air-breathing missile. Tesla countersues California agency that filed racial discrimination lawsuit. Royal Caribbean Group announces pricing of $1 billion offering of senior guaranteed notes and $1 billion offering of senior secured notes to refinance 2023 debt maturities. Newmark secures refi for spare box storage portfolio. Knight-Swift stock a hidden gem? Sales keep trucking higher. Bearish news. Pakistan leads push for funding to counter damage from climate change. Nikola reminds Romeo Power stockholders to tender shares in exchange offer ahead of September 26. Deadline. Costco delivered a fine quarter, analysts say. But contracting margins pressure the stock. Yeti CFO Paul Carbone resigning effective October 28. Shares dip 3.5% pre-market. Gold falls to lowest in more than 2 years as dollar yields soar. Oil set for fourth weekly loss with rate hikes darkening outlook. Canada stocks TSX futures slide over 1%, hit by global risk aversion. British pound, stocks and bonds tumble as UK tax cuts spook investors. Point of no return, punishing mistakes, gnarly bond spread, two possible catalysts. Retailers face pressure to offer discounts while battling inflation. Slow progress on settlement over Duke Energy's $100 billion carbon reduction proposals frustrates NC regulators. Stock market news live updates. Stock futures crater as Fed growth fears intensify. Toyota Motor to close its plant in Russia. Costco stock slides as profit margins narrow, but hot dog costs, membership fees safe. Boeing stock lower after agreeing $200 million SEC fine linked to 737 MAX disclosures. GM pulls plug on Hummer EV reservations amid surging demand. Credit Suisse shares drop after report of fresh capital raise. SS&C Globe Op forward redemption indicator. Credit Suisse shares hit record low after report bank is looking to raise cash. European shares stretch declines after central bank-induced sell-off. Here's why Chartwell Investments sold its CF Industries (CF) stake. Oil prices down 3% with recession fears in focus. Boeing to pay $200 million to settle SEC investigation related to 737 MAX crashes. Boeing to pay $200 million penalty over misleading investors about 737 MAX. Convicted Twitter spy says U.S. hid whistleblower report. LNG exporters face risk of stranded assets despite current demand boom. Condoms and pregnancy tests face recall by major discount chain. Why shares of Beyond Meat, DraftKings, and Allbirds cratered this week. Boeing to pay $200 million to settle SEC probe over 737 MAX. Financing news. Reinsurance Group of America announces expiration of tender offer for its outstanding 6.20% fixed to floating rate subordinated debentures. Skeena Resources closes $34.5 million bought deal offering of common shares. Pono Capital II, Inc. announces the separate trading of its Class A common stock and warrants. Belgium Construction Equipment Market Report 2022. COVID-19 triggers equipment financing schemes. Forecasts to 2028. Splash Beverage Group announces pricing of $3.1 million underwritten public offering. Industrial Logistics Properties Trust announces $1.235 billion debt financing with a final maturity date in October 2027. Franklin BSP Realty Trust, Inc. announces closing of $235 million loan on the Elsa Hotel and Residences. CNX Resources offers a solid combination of growth and value. Intercontinental Hotels Group plc announces transaction in own shares. Marcus & Millichap brokers 3 multifamily properties in DFW for a total of $59 million. Royal Caribbean taps junk bond market for $2 billion refinancing. Earnings news. Galaxy Next Generation reports fiscal year 2022 results and provides fiscal year 2023 guidance. Trio Tech reports fiscal 2022 net income of 57 cents per share versus a loss of 15 cents per share as revenue increased 36%. West Bancorporation, Inc. to announce quarterly results, hold conference call. Regency Centers invites you to join its third quarter 2022 earnings conference call. Options celebrate 10 Microsoft Gold partner status competencies. Despite lower earnings than 5 years ago. Webster Financial, NYSE, WBS. Investors are up 3.8% since then. East West Bancorp announces date for third quarter 2022 financial results. PPG to announce third quarter 2022 results October 19. FedEx released its earnings early again. There was more bad news. CTO Realty Growth announces third quarter 2022 earnings release and conference call information. Earnings tell the story for Booking Holdings Inc., Nasdaq, BKNG, Tilray Brands, Inc. to announce first quarter fiscal 2023 financial results on October 7, 2022. What makes analysts optimistic on Costco? Nasdaq. Cost, after the Q4 earnings. The one-year earnings decline has likely contributed to Semrush Holdings, NYSE, SEMR, shareholders' losses of 61% over that period. Chartwell Investments remains optimistic in Lincoln National, LNC, despite weak Q2 results. Macerich schedules third quarter 2022 earnings release and conference call. Energy earnings set to ease, but oilfield services remain strong. Kayne Anderson NextGen Energy and Infrastructure announces distribution of 16 cents per share for Q3 2022. Kayne Anderson Energy Infrastructure Fund announces distribution of 20 cents per share for Q3 2022. Cintas Q1 preview. Can the earnings streak continue? Broadcom Inc. Announces conversion date for mandatory convertible preferred stock, Series A. Links to articles are below. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.